was updating mode with another video, and this morning we will be doing a reaction to the brand new SML Universe video. We have one more to react to after this, which is the newest one. Gonna do this one and work our way back up. So, SML Universe, how many locations are there in SML? Let's see and find out what this will be about. We do know SML has a lot of locations, no cap. I do too. Anyway, without further ado, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you want us to act to next. Let's see and find out what this will be about. 3, 2, 1. Hope everyone enjoys the reaction. Now, 3, 2, 1, let's see and find out what this will be about and exactly how many locations are in SML. No cap, 3, 2, 1, let go.
In SML's history, they have had a lot of filming locations, especially as of recently, and today we're going to be going over all of that.
Okay, but yeah, that's really no good.
Starting off with the original SML house, which was the house that Logan started his YouTube channel in all the way back in 2007. And after this first video, Logan would mostly film in this house, and would film in it all the way until 2015. And in this year, Logan would move out of this house due to him wanting to live by himself, with the final video being filmed in the house being Bowser Jr.'s house fire. However, when it comes to whose house this was and the backstory behind it, it's actually pretty simple. The house was Logan's mom's house, and this was one of Logan's childhood homes. Logan and his family started living in this home all the way back in 2005, as the house got built in this year. However, 5 years after Logan moved,
Okay.
now, his mom would actually decide to list the house up for sale. On September 4th of 2020, Logan's mom listed the original SML house for $388,000. And on March 29th, 2021, the original
Okay.
SML house would officially sell. And nowadays, no one can really see how the house sits, as it's blurred on Google Maps and shows the 2008 variant of the house. However, Lance has mentioned in one of his reactions that as of 2023, the house got painted white.
Fun fact, the old SML house is not red anymore, they painted it white.
Now, it's safe to say that this house is remembered by fans for sure, and is heavily
Goat smell side gaps frozen.
Our first scene was the first paradise. It was really
by fans for sure, and is heavily missed. I wish they stayed in it. It was a really nice house. I would choose to live in there, no doubt. I miss the days
Well, that's real no cap.
when Logan filmed here. However, there's no better time than right now to talk about the apartment. The apartment was the location that Logan would move to back in 2015 after moving out of his mom's house. The apartment was pretty small, and it was a small 2-bedroom apartment, but this didn't change the quality of the videos, and the quality became better if anything. Logan would film in this house up until 2016, as he would finally decide to buy his own house so he can have more space and freedom. As in the apartment, Logan couldn't actually have much freedom, since literally all of the neighbors hated him, and he would often get complaints from the neighbors and the landlord.
We just need more space. Over the course of time, the neighbors hate us. We make so much noise. I promise you, they probably hate me. I bet you that.
I wouldn't give a fuck if the neighbor hates me. Fuck the neighbors.
They write death notes, and they have a voodoo doll down there where they stab it every night.
However, the apartment wouldn't just get rented out to random people after Logan moved out, as this apartment would surprisingly have more history within SML than you probably thought. This is because Lance and Audrey would actually move into the apartment shortly after Logan moved out, and would reside in here for a few years until they got their own home. And for the video side of things, we would see this apartment appear a few more times in SML, as Brooklyn Guy and Karen's apartment. One notable video that this apartment was in was an SML movie, The Life of Brooklyn Guy. Now, it's no question that this apartment has had its long history. However, this SML location is hands down one of the most loved. This was my favorite era. Basically,
I mean, yeah, that's
where all the funny episodes take place. However, right after the apartment, Logan's next house would be the iconic SML filming house, which he would move into in 2016. Now, this house was Logan's first of many owned properties, and this house was by far way better than his previous two homes, as Logan finally had more space to work with. The first video that was filmed in this home was SML movie The New House.
Okay, everybody, look at your new house.
Oh my goodness!
In this video, we get a tour of most of the house, and we really got to see how many new mini sets Logan had in the house. In this
Yeah, we did.
video, we would see a new playroom for Junior, a huge kitchen for Chef Pee-Pee, and a game room that featured red couches. But this wouldn't even be all, as in the house, we would see a mini movie theater room, the secret room, the classroom, the doctor's office set, and more recently, the North Pole set. So yeah, it's very clear that this house was a huge improvement for Logan in his videos. However, putting the content aside, Logan actually lived in this home at the time with Chili, and even had people like Tito and JJ move into the house as roommates, along with Chili's dogs, Blizzard, and Snowball, and even Logan's cat Precious. And thanks to all of these new roommates that moved in with Logan, we would actually start to see more content being produced in his house, such as Chili vlogs, Tito's plush channel Tito Totter, and at one point, even Anthony filmed in this house, for his plush channel at the time called Curb Stomp. So it was definitely clear that this was a full-on content house. However, after the 2020 SML drama occurred, Chili and Tito would move out of the SML house, and Logan would live in it for about 2 years up until 2022, as Logan moved into Chili's house to help raise their new daughter, Lily. And after this, the SML house was now called the SML Filming House. And from 2022 to now, nobody actually lives in this house, and it's strictly used for filming, which explains why this house is always a huge mess.
What's over there?
Dad!
Yeah. Yeah, see, I thought the house gets dirty after filming.
No, that was on purpose.
Yeah, so, there's just dirt and trash everywhere.
But to this day, this house is still being used as the primary SML house. However, as of recently, Logan did have plans to change houses, as he bought an exact replica of the SML house. Which brings us to the next filming location, which is the set house. Now, this house was bought by Logan in 2023, and he bought this house in Chili's neighborhood as he wanted to film closer to his main house. So his plan was to move to this...
Okay. But honestly, that's not really the best. I mean, after filming, you can always,
modernized replica
clean it up. Yeah. But okay.
of the SML filming house.
And we bought it because I was going to move filming over to Chili's neighborhood because the old filming house is in our old neighborhood. So I bought an exact replica.
This is just like yours.
Now, according to Logan, at the time, they didn't even move houses yet due to the process taking a while. And even to this day, he still hasn't even moved. However, this house doesn't just sit empty and abandoned. This is because in the upstairs area, Logan actually got a few filming sets built professionally, and they all look really cool. Starting off with the gas station set, which is a realistic looking gas station set built so Logan would no longer have to film at public gas stations anymore. This set consisted of a gas station filled with snacks and necessities, just like the real gas stations. And you can clearly tell this was well made, as even the doors to the freezers had a frozen look on it, so it could create the illusion that the freezers were actually on.
That's cool. Okay, nice. Also, okay.
See, it looks all cold in there. And then you open it and there's drinks.
It's not cold. All right. You got me on that one. What the hell?
It looks like a real gas station.
Now, Now, it's clear that this set had a lot of work and thought put into it, but this house also includes a bank set, which features a whole vault, and Logan actually built this set since he was never truly able to film in a bank, since it's very hard to film in one of those for obvious reasons. And thanks to this set, Logan is now able to film in a bank.
Because, well, I've never been able to film in a bank because you can't walk into a bank and be like, hey, can we film our puppet
I mean, you kinda can ask.
show here? And let me use your safe?
No, Cap, you couldn't always ask. But they will most likely decline. But, except sometimes, if you ask.
The hell? What the hell no? Yeah, so, and also, banks don't really usually have a big, goofy fucking safe.
So clearly, this set was definitely one of the most useful ones. But Logan would also add in an airplane.
Yeah, so, and also, banks don't really usually have a big, goofy fucking safe.
So clearly, this set was definitely one of the most
Well, yeah, that's true.
useful ones. But Logan would also add in an airplane set, which also helped since Logan had to improvise and use green screens for planes, which obviously isn't the best. And along with this, Logan would also get a casino built with actual casino games. And we would see both of these sets used in SML movie Jeffy's 21st birthday. Now, this house is hands down one of the coolest looking filming sets in SML history.
That's true.
But one location that is almost as cool as this is the SML store in the Cordova Mall located in Pensacola, Florida. The SML store would officially open up
Yes? No.
on October 20th of 2021, and this store consisted of a physical place where SML fans were able to buy puppets and merch of anything that
That's true. That was one of the best. That was another
wanted
best.
at the time. And along with this, Logan would be smart and have meet and greets in the store very often, causing even more fans to show up. And some local fans would
Okay.
even show up on the daily at times, hoping to run into an SML crew member. Now, this store has had two locations in its history. The first location was located near the former Harris Jewelry store that was built in the Cordova Mall. And this jewelry store was actually used in an SML video before it got converted to the SML store. In SML movie, The Jewelry Heist.
All right, stand back. Yes! Grab the jewelry, grab the jewelry!
You're here.
Oh, Cody!
What, yeah?
Now, this store would last a few months, and in August of 2022, the store would relocate down the hall and to the left, due to a tenant with a permanent lease to the mall, looking to move into that store.
Okay.
This would cause Logan to relocate to the former Aldo store in the mall, and the store would get an entire overhaul when it came to the new looks. However, Logan wouldn't really like it at first, as he would post a video called
It's not too late to continue your lucky streak. Tap in and sign up today.
The New SML store is horrible. But over time, the store would grow on Logan and look way better than it did at first. To this day, the store is still getting customers on the daily. However, SML doesn't do meet and greets often anymore. But this wouldn't be the only location that Logan adapted into his life in 2021. As in this year, he would also move into Chili's house. And if you didn't already know, they actually filmed a video in this house before. The video filmed was SML movie Jeffy's Ball Pit, and we would see Logan use
Yeah.
one of the rooms in Chili's house, which is another room that has painted blue walls, that features another red couch, a foosball table, a ball pit, and a skee ball machine.
I'm actually filming right now
What?
at Chili's house.
What are you doing here?
I'm filming a video upstairs at Chili's house.
What are you doing here?
So I'm kind of whispering because my crew is wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm tired.
Now, this was the only time that Chili's house was an actual filming location, but most of the Chili vlogs from 2021 to the present day were all filmed in this house, so this can still be considered a filming location. But similarly to Chili's house, Joseph's trailer home, seen in SML movie Joseph's House, was also a one-time filming location, but for a very valid reason. Now,
Okay. But that was good too. It was okay.
Now, in the video, the mobile home had no electricity or water, and was very disgusting, which helped to add on to Joseph's story of his mom dying.
That's That's true.
Along with that, in 2016, we would get the news that his mobile home was actually burned down, and Joseph would stick with this for 4 years until this lore got ruined when SML movie Joseph the Millionaire released. However, when it comes to the backstory of this home outside of the SML universe, it's actually pretty simple. This home was Lavelle's childhood home. However, at the time this video was filmed, his uncle would use the place to smoke, and Lavelle no longer actually lived there. And according to Lavelle,
Okay.
all of the things shown in the video weren't actually real, and the mobile home wasn't actually that dirty. However, Poopy did confirm that the home did have a roach problem, as a roach literally crawled on Logan's face mid-scene. However,
Damn.
thanks to Logan's dedication, he would push through and finish up the scene.
Don't talk, just listen. I have to go into witness protection. My name is not Sarah. There is so much that I haven't told you. There's a van outside. I want all of you to come, but you...
He would push through and finish up the scene.
Because we were filming that, and a roach literally crawled up his face and was like on his mouth, and he was just.
It was really hot during filming and unbearable, which caused them to have to take multiple breaks in between filming, which explains why they most likely never...
He was like, but just silent. And I was just watching it sit on his face.
Right?
And he got through the whole rest of the scene, and we kept the scene. It's in the video.
Yeah.
Just
He was
shooting
shaking.
the video.
He was like,
but just silent. And I was just watching it sit on his face.
Right?
And he got through the whole rest of the scene, and we kept the scene. It's in the video.
Yeah.
And in addition, according to Poobie, it was really hot during filming and unbearable, which caused them to have to take multiple breaks in between filming, which explains why they most likely never filmed there again.
Yeah.
What do you want to drink? Oh,
God,
I
it
got
was
the
hot.
perfect thing.
We spent like 5 hours in there.
Yeah.
We had
It
to
was like
occasionally
1 o'clock when we
yeah,
finished.
and we had to like occasionally take breaks, go outside because it was
Just
so
catch
hot.
air.
Yeah.
However, a place that is easily a better filming environment was Joseph's mansion. Seen
That's true.
in SML movie Joseph the Millionaire. In this video, we would get a reveal of Joseph's mansion that he was hiding from everyone for years. And this mansion featured everything that a kid Joseph's age could dream of. From a pool table, to a Pac-Man and Monopoly room, to a life-sized bowling alley. It was clear that this mansion was absolutely insane. So right now, some of you
What do you mean a kid Joseph's age? There is no age limit.
may be thinking that this is just another one of Logan's properties, but it actually isn't. This filming location is actually the Great Escape Lakeside Vacation House that is located in Groveland, Florida. This vacation home is a 13-bedroom and 11-bathroom mega mansion with a bunch of activities inside and outside the house, and has even won the world record for the largest crossword puzzle. Now, this mega mansion can run someone up $2,400 a night, which is just insane. But this mansion was the perfect pick for Joseph's mansion, as it contains a bunch of things that any kid would want in their mansion. But now that we're on the topic of characters' houses, let's talk about Cody's house. Now, Cody's house has been featured in multiple videos by now, but the first ever appearance of Cody's house was in SML movie Cody's House. In this video, we see a pretty nice looking house, and we would see Cody's room for the first time, which was filled with weird oddities.
Yeah.
Cody, how did you miss that? Wait, what is that? What?
Well, guys, this is my pet cactus, Jimmy.
Why do you have a pet cactus?
Yeah.
It's the only thing my parents will let me have.
And why is he making that noise?
He just does that sometimes.
Why is it a cactus?
Now, in the video, this home was definitely weird, hence why Junior and Joseph did not want to return. However, in the real world, this house is not that weird. This filming location is actually Poopy's real house that he and his parents live in, and Logan most likely doesn't film there that often because he respects the privacy of Poopy's parents. But this was still cool to see overall. But one filming location that is just a tad bit cooler than Poopy's house is the Huckerdoo house. Now, the Huckerdoo house is another one of Logan's properties that is actually located right across from the filming house, and Logan most likely bought the house in this spot so that he can create the storyline of the Huckerdoos being Marvin's annoying neighbors, and the house usually sits empty.
Yeah, the Huckerdoo house tour, there's not really a lot in the Huckerdoo house. It's crazy that no one lives here. It's completely fucking empty. Besides, the bedrooms, like, almost like a family lives here, but then they don't.
However, the reason this house is a little bit cooler than Poopy's house is because not only is this the Huckerdoo house, but this house also has the SML gaming setups in the room,
Okay.
which Logan revealed in a vlog.
So we're in the Huckerdoo house, and everyone has their own room to game in.
But this isn't even it, as the Huckerdoo house was also used for all of the FNAF sets, which can be seen in a vlog where a gaming setup for the gaming channel was in the exact same room as the FNAF set.
But we were busy. We were filming Sister Location, and we have Ames here.
Hi.
And we have Mason.
I got it to laugh.
Overall, this SML location was definitely one of the most unique without a doubt.
That's true.
Along with the Jimmy Johns, which is also known as Footlong Bangers, that Logan used to film at. Now, as we all know, in the past, Logan was actually able to film inside of a fast food place at times, and this was actually a Jimmy John's. The way Logan was able to film in here was due to Logan's manager, Wendy, being the owner of it, hence why Logan had so much freedom to the point where they could literally go inside of the restaurant during closing hours and pretend to rob it.
Yes, grab the coins, grab the coins. All right. Let's go to the safe. All right, go.
Not only was this location portrayed as Jimmy John's in videos, but it was also used as a McDonald's in SML movie Goodman's Son Gets a Job, along with a fake alias for a sandwich joint in the SML universe called Footlong Bangers, which started to be used in 2019, potentially due to the fact that Logan would get in trouble by YouTube for actually using Jimmy John's in the videos, and we would see this in effect due to behind the scenes for SML movie Jeffy Gets a Job being taken down for this exact reason. However, as of recently, we haven't seen Logan use the Jimmy Johns for any videos at all. While the reason's unknown, it most likely may be because Wendy was no longer able to let Logan use it.
Okay.
Or she may have lost ownership of it. Now, while this filming location had a good amount of information tied to it, the same can't be said for Brooklyn Guy's house. Now, this filming location was actually seen pretty often, as we frequently see Brooklyn Guy videos or scenes take place in his own home. However, it's actually pretty unknown on whose home this actually was outside of the SML universe. There are little to no traces of whose house this is, but in the behind the scenes videos, this house was actually furnished well, unlike Logan's other properties, so that helps us infer that a crew member possibly lives in this house. However, it's unknown who actually does, so overall, this filming location is the weirdest due to the fact that it's used so often, but we don't actually know whose
That's true.
property it really is. But what about the prison and the courtroom? This set is used insanely often in SML videos, just like Brooklyn Guy's house, and it consists of a little room that has 3 cells along with a court stand for Judge Poopy. Now, what most of you may not have known is that this set is actually not owned by Logan, and the set is actually featured inside of an escape room, and Logan has to rent it out every time they film court or prison scenes.
Yeah,
Lots of locks.
It's an escape room, and they had a prison, and I've always wanted to do Jeffy Goes to Jail, so I rented it out for like 3 hours, and so we're in a rush.
Now, this cool fact about the set was actually surprising to a lot of people, as some people literally thought the prison was inside the filming house. I legit thought the prison was in your house. Anyone else assume Logan just built a prison under his house? Now, honestly, sooner or later, we're gonna see Logan build an actual prison and courtroom set in the house, so they don't have to keep renting it out every time. And this is a huge possibility, as when it comes to schools, Logan has had to improvise and make his own school back in 2017. Which brings us to our next 2 filming locations, which were the schools featured in the Summer School series and First Grade series. Starting off with the 2014 Summer School series. In this series, we would see one singular classroom be used for all the episodes. And according to the SML Wiki, Logan and the crew used a technology classroom in the University of West Florida to film the series in. Now, Logan and the crew were most likely able to get inside of the university due to Lance studying medical science at the time. However, nothing has actually been confirmed. But the situation for the First Grade series is very different. In the series, it clearly seems that Logan and the crew filmed in some sort of elementary school, judging by the classroom designs and decor. However, the specific school itself has never been confirmed, and would be very hard to find out, as there are dozens of elementary schools in the Pensacola, Florida area. However, the situation for Nancy's trailer home in SML movie Jeffy's 20th birthday is much more explanatory. In this video, we would get insight on more of Jeffy's childhood, and what actually went down when Jeffy and Phoebe lived with Nancy. And in the video, we would see that they all used to live in a trailer home. And at the end of the video, we would see that Jeffy literally would run through it with a monster truck.
That's true.
Now, while there's no actual confirmed explanation to this filming house, we can likely assume that Logan bought a crappy trailer home for the video and destroyed it, as Logan would not have been able to do this if he did not own the trailer home. But overall, all of these filming locations have actually been pretty cool and unique, and there is definitely more to come in the future.
Okay. Hang on.
There's no actual confirmed explanation to this filming house. We can likely filming locations have actually been pretty cool and unique, and there is definitely more to come in the future.
Okay, so apparently that was it. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you want us to act next, if anyone will. Also hit the bell icon so you get notified when we upload Person Good Love One Day Then $4. Like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you want us to act next. Stay then $4, and we are out.